Good evening, it's Lindsay. Welcome to BB on Blast. What the fuck just happened? Oh my god, why did that just happen? Why? Davon, you're dead to me, bitch. What? Your boy. Friendship. That speech. And instead we get, oh my god, the first time a woman has won against a man in the final. And it's that fucking annoying bitch against our boy Paul. Pissed. I just can't, like, the whole show, I was just thinking, oh my god, this is working out so well. This is going just the way we want it to. Isn't this perfect? It's amazing. He won the first part of the HOH. He won the next part. It was just like everything. When he took Nicole, I wasn't even bothered because I thought there's no fucking way Nicole couldn't win over him. And then she fucking won over him. Why? I have not been on Twitter. I have not listened to a thing. I literally just watched it, just then. And I've come here to you. It's inexplicable to me. I can only think it was a bit of jury. And when I go back through the votes, we'll be able to work it out. But it's like, Paul would have been such a good winner. He would have been so happy. Imagine how happy he would have been when he was crying with that key and everything. And you denied him for her. That fucking speech she made. That speech he made was amazing. He must have thought he had it in the bag. Her speech ended with, oh, I don't know. No! You do not reward someone who gives a speech that ends in, I don't know. You do not. That is, why have you done this? Why? I hope everyone is as mad as me, because this is bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Disgusting. I'm absolutely appalled. But, you know, the way this summer's gone, I'm not exactly surprised, so it's probably quite a fitting end to Big Brother, actually. All right, let's take a breath. Let's relax. Let's go back through and see how this happened. It would be so much more fun to go back through and see how this happened if it had had a happy ending. Okay, so the HOH competition was the cats one. Now, it's been drawn to my attention that some people listen to this podcast who don't watch BB18, so I'll tell you what happened in that HOH competition. Basically, it was set up like a giant cat, I don't know, they were all cats, and it was like a house. They had to like run through a litter tray, run into a water bowl, and then like have to sort of position themselves on the wall. And then they got like sprayed with water and stuff, and they had to like follow like a laser pen around. It looked quite hard, actually. And then they were like sort of hung off the wall. They were kind of being tortured. And I thought, no way is Paul going to be able to win this, because he's like quite a lot bigger than the other two. And I thought he's definitely going to fall off. And then Nicole and James both like fell off like at the same time as each other. I was like, oh, sweet. That is friendship. Nicole said she's going to hang on to this like she's never held on to anything before. I put except for Corey's balls, but now she's won. What can I say? I can't really say anything. Oh yeah, and I thought, considering like how much they must have spent on that competition, they didn't actually show that much of it on the finale show. It was like, what, 3 or 4 minutes? I could have watched like a bit longer of that, but obviously was not to be. So the second part of the HOH competition was it was really elaborate. So how can I explain this? So it had a roller coaster theme, but yeah, there was like a clue, like who got evicted on whatever day or whatever. I don't fucking know. I don't pay attention to those things. And they had to put the 3 housemates who the clue applied to in like a roller coaster car. And there was an actual like roller coaster there. Well, not an actual one, but like, you know, like the ghost train or something. And they had to put the housemates in the thing, and then they had to push the roller coaster down a ramp, and then they had to take a photo at the exact right moment when you could see. It's so random. Imagine being like the task person who invented this and being like, yeah, that's explaining it, like, and then what? Oh, and they also had to run up and down these like turnstiles to get back to the start of the ride to see if they took the photo in the right place. It's like when you go on the log flume, you know. So it's really like elaborate setup, and like Nicole was moaning and going, oh, it's like an endurance comp. But then when they revealed the scores, James had done it in 19 minutes. Nicole did it in 7 minutes. So it can't be that difficult. What, you had to run up and down for 7 minutes? Cry me a river. I thought it was quite a good. It was a different kind of HOH task, but it was it good? It like had so much like set to it, but all they did was really like run up and down a bit. It would have been better if they'd gone in the roller coaster themselves, in a way. Yeah. So, oh yeah, James was struggling to take the photo, and also I hate it when he explains like the task in the diary room. He's like, boring. So yeah, then Paul revealed the scores. And then, oh god, I'm yawning. That's not good. Because I spent so long trying to fucking download that episode of BB18, and now I'm depressed. Now I've got manic depression as a result of it. The jury segment. They reanimated Dr. Will's corpse from the cryogenics clinic. He doesn't age a day, does he? I don't suppose you would if you look like that, would you? He still looks waxy as hell, though. Like, his forehead looks like, oh, God, looks like a candle. His hair is like a 90s footballer. He's just, yeah. He used to actually be attractive. Mind you, that was when September the 11th happened. And that's quite a long time ago now, so fair enough. You are allowed to age, it's just he doesn't age. So then, Dr. Will sat around with the jury, and they saw Corey come out because he was the latest person evicted. I've written, everyone seems to hate Nicole and love Paul. So when you're watching the jury segment next time, whoever they seem to hate, that's who's going to win. There was lots of talk of social game. Oh, great social game. You know, whatever. I don't even believe the social game exists. What is the social game? I know I said this before, but it's like, the social game is just being nice to people, isn't it? What is there to the social game apart from that? Isn't that just being like a friendly person? Does that mean I've got good social game at work? Or social game gets on my nerves. Don't bother emailing in to tell me what it is either. I do know what it is, really. I just think it's dumb. No, do email me though, because I appreciate it. I'm so belligerent because Paul's lost. Fuck. Mind you, who wants to hear a happy podcast by me? No one. So then they were saying the merits of James, like what James had done to deserve to win. He had no blood on his hands. I thought he was going to bathe in blood one year. And he played an under-the-radar game. Boring. And they said Paul was crazy manipulative. Who has he manipulated exactly? I've not seen him manipulate anyone. And they said he was obnoxious and mean. He is obnoxious, but he's not mean. So, how can you be mean if your catchphrase is friendship? Shut up. And then they said Nicole's game, she'd been taking out the people who were threats to her game, which is true. But then Corey was saying that when Nicole took out Michelle, it was strategic. Was it fuck strategic? She just didn't like another girl from Michigan being in the house, so shut up. Oh yeah, then Michelle started crying on the jury, which was quite funny. Imagine crying in front of Dr. Will and having Dr. Will have to tell you off. She was like, just change the subject. He's like, we can't change the subject because we're here to discuss Nicole's game. I was like, And then she said to Corey, stop doing that ugly smile at me. And he looked offended that she said he had an ugly smile. But he does. So that was pretty much it for the jury segment. Then for the part 3 of the HOH... Oh, God, it was the scales of just us. That is not a pun that I would approve. Same old fucking set they had last time. Can't they, like, I don't know, mix it up a bit, like, call it something else? I don't know, something. Do something different. I could just imagine, like, dusting that bloody thing off and, like, wheeling it out to the garden. It's embarrassing. It's like when your dad gets the bloody water slide out for the summer. So then, this is the one where they go on the scales and they... Is it they go up if it's right or down if it's wrong? Fuck knows. But the always the strategy in this competition is to always say the opposite of what you think the person would have said. So they have to answer questions about what the jury members would have said about them, and you always, whatever seems like the obvious answer, always go for the opposite answer because it's always a trick question. And then oh yeah, it was quite close, but Paul ended up winning. Woo! A lot of fucking good it did him. And what that means, for those who don't know, is he gets to choose out of James and Nicole who he takes with him to the final 2, which ended up being quite a bad decision on his part. But I was quite pleased when he evicted James, and I thought, like, honestly, I thought he could beat Nicole, and obviously he did as well. He's no Cody, but oh god, what happened? I still don't understand what happened. Doesn't make any sense. So just before Paul cast his vote to evict James, he was like sat in his chair, like rocking back and forth. I quite like that. And he ditched James because he said to James, "You stabbed me in the back." So I guess that wasn't like a good reason for ditching James. He should have ditched Nicole because she had a better chance of winning, because James did do fuck all. Oh, it's really annoying. And then James went out and he said, "You earned it, brother," to Paul. Nicole was still whining, even though she got taken to final two. She was going, "What did you say to James? What did you mean by that? Shut up! He just took you to fucking final two, you ungrateful bitch. Shut your mouth." Although I have written here, she deserves it over James. I'll just cross that out. Then Julie interviewed James. I forgot that they even get interviews on the final night. They definitely shouldn't. "Oh, so do you think you and Natalie are going to be in a relationship in the outside world?" "No, they're not." Shut up. He was going on about his social game as well. What's your fucking social game? Begging to be America's favourite player and doing pranks? Fuck you. I'm tired of James. Go away. So then all the jury members came out. There was some good colour blocking going on. I felt like someone had styled them all nicely. I noticed Julie Chen was wearing a frilly dress. It was kind of disgusting, but it wasn't that bad. Davon looked good, I thought. Michelle was wearing like a floral pantsuit. I thought that actually looked quite good. Victor just had an old grey t-shirt on, looked like he was going to do another competition. Also, his beard needs a trim, and also his hair needs cutting. Natalie had her old goth Elvira makeup on again. I'm not a fan of her goth look, but I do admire her chutzpah. So the jury got to ask 3 questions to each person. Not like on Big Brother Canada, where like Sarah gets asked like 10 questions and Godfrey gets about 2. Yeah, that's fair. Niche reference for you there. But yeah, one of Paul's questions was basically, do you think your social game was vulgar and you crossed the line, i.e. when you called Michelle a cunt? And he was like, "I can't hide my craziness and my personality." I like that. Like, didn't apologise for calling her a cunt, just went, "Well, yeah, that's my personality, so shit. Plus, she's a cunt." So, I liked it. But even though he called Michelle a cunt, she still voted for him to win. So, think on. Good social game. He was right. I noticed Nicole's gingham outfit she was wearing at this point. I'm not sure if looking like a picnic blanket is a good look, but... And Paul was like, "You think he'd dress up for the final?" He had like, if you watch CBB this year, he had one of Bear's old Bermuda shirts on. Backwards baseball cap. Come on, how old are you? And I know how old he is, actually. And what else? Can't remember. So Paul's answers... And maybe this was where Paul went wrong, because I thought the answers he gave to the questions, he sounded quite pissy. He was like quite short and sweet with his answers, but he was quite like abrupt. So I did think at the time, you're like basically begging these people for $500,000. Maybe you should like be a bit nicer to them. But he was quite like, not short, but he wasn't kissing as much ass as he should have been at that point, I thought. And I know asking Nicole questions. Victor asked Nicole a sexist question. "Did you ride us guys' coattails?" If I was her, I would have said, "Well, I fucking rode yours well, because you're fucking sat out there, bitch, and I'm sat here in this chair." Although that kind of counteracts the thing I just said about ass kissing, so maybe she shouldn't have said that. Oh my God, what do I know? She just won. How did she just win? How did this happen? This isn't happening. It is, unfortunately. Yeah. It is happening, unfortunately. Nicole was so paranoid when she was sat in the chairs. Like, everything people said, like, every time people laughed, she's like, what are they laughing at? It's like, relax, Nicole. Nothing that bad is going on. So then, oh God, sorry, I'm losing my thread. No, it's all good. I haven't paused it yet, so I'm doing quite well. I thought these were the final speeches, but this was still Paul answering questions. He said it was his first time playing the game, which I thought was a good thing against Nicole. Nicole said she sat back and let things happen, which I thought was a really shit thing to say. And then later on she said, "I gave 100%, 1,000% of the time." Now, First off, you can't have 1,000%. Second off, you can't sit back and let things happen and give 100%, 1,000% of the time. So I would have not given her my vote just on that basis of her poor maths. She needs to get Bronte, who's going to solve, terrorism with prime numbers. She needs to get her to sort out her maths for her. Paul said, I didn't hide behind the scenes after Nicole said she sat back. I played my arse off and I'll walk out with my heart in my hands. I think he probably did walk out with his heart in his hands after he thought he won $500,000 and only come out with 50 grand. God, poor Paul. Your boy. So the final speeches. Oh my God. This is like the biggest injustice ever. Oh, I'm so disgusted. Why? So Paul gave like the most beautiful speech. It was like magical. Admittedly, he did shout it, but come on, your boy. He said, I've been 6 times on the block. I was the first one in the Paris room. I got a winning ticket at random, but you know, just saying. And he didn't even have a care package from America to help him out. True. He won his way to the end. True, he did. He was the last standing newbie against 2 vets. Yes. He got the most in-house comp wins, putting Victor on blast. And he was true to himself. One rule he will never ever break is friendship. How cool is that? What a great end to that speech. Friendship should have got him all the way to the end. And it's true. Name one person that Paul actually stabbed in the back. There was no one. He was loyal as fuck. He was loyal to Victor. He was loyal to everyone. He called Michelle a cunt. She is a cunt. And he said something to Natalie. She looked right pissy with him all night. Whatever. She's playing James. Don't matter. Don't hate the player, hate the game. FT. FT. Oh, God. Now I've sunk to that level. No, but she should have voted for Paul. She's just been because she thought he was like slagging her off when actually he was talking about medieval times or so. I was just listening to Big Brother gossip earlier and I heard that bit. And and Michelle said she was like Dan Giesling's cousin or something. And Paul went, I don't even know who Dan Giesling is. That's brilliant. I love it when they say shit like that. Actually, I don't. It's the ultimate disrespect, but I think it's funny when Paul does it. So Nicole's speech, in contrast, was fucking useless. So she goes, I'm a snake. And then she's like, oh, I've got armpit stains from here to here because I'm sweating so much. And Paulie looked absolutely disgusted when she said that. And she's like, I'm not here to play Big Brother, baby. Here to play Big Brother. Oh, stop recycling your old lines, you Fruit Loop dingers. Then going on about strategy again. She's got no strategy. What was her strategy? Being a woman and people wanting to vote for a woman to win. Fuck you. Even her voice in that speech was just annoying the fuck out of me. And then she ended the speech, as I've already said, with, I don't know, and like a shrug. I don't know, and a shrug. And you give her $500,000? What the fuck is wrong with you people? Who the fuck are you people? Honestly, I can't countenance it. When we get to the jury votes, who voted where, I'm going to fucking really put these people on blast bad. I need to take a breath. Hold on. I nearly just went and got a drink, but I thought, no, I'm not going to let Big Brother USA drive me to drink. I'm going to remain calm, finish my podcast nicely, and get on with my life. Okay, so one thing I will say about the final that's kind of incidental. Did you notice there was no long recaps tonight? Normally there's like at least like a 10-minute recap of, oh, do you remember when? I suppose they already covered the do you remember when thing with the do you remember when episodes. But still, it was good not to have a super long recap. I mean, there was one at the start, but it was nothing really. I was expecting to be sat there for ages just sort of tapping my fingers and stuff, and it didn't really happen. So I was quite happy about that. I also said there was no pre-jury house guests, but they were sat there, but they didn't ask them any questions at all, which I thought was also good because I don't really give a fuck what they've got to say. So now we're on to the voting. I like the little zip-up bags that they had their keys in. It was like sort of like a makeup bag with your key in. That was good. I saw someone's key when they put it in. It was Victor's and it said Paul. No surprise there, really. No topaz moments. Speeches were really crap when people were putting the keys in. It was like, no one said anything really sarcastic or funny. In fact, the only person who said something funny was Corey. What? He went, Nicole, looking good. And then he went, Paul. God, Corey putting people on blast. That's not good. Yeah, it was a bit crap, really. I noticed Michelle's legs looked rather nice as she walked up to the thing. Not to objectify or anything. Better than calling her a cunt, isn't it? So yeah, they all voted, but normally you kind of get a hint of who they're voting for by like the sarcastic thing they say, like Peter Brown that year when it all fucked up, and it's like, what's going on? It's crap. So I've written here, this is before I saw the result. Is it bad if a man wins again? Not if he's played the best game. And also bad casting. That's true. It's not bad if a man wins against a woman if the woman is shit, and Robin and Cass always cast really sappy, annoying women. Then it's perfectly acceptable for a man to win. Oh, a man didn't win. So basically I shouldn't have written that sentence because I was just fucking the result, even though I watched it a day late. Well, all this stuff had already been decided 24 hours earlier. Well, doesn't matter. So, okay, let's break this down. Who voted for who? This is who voted for Paul, okay? James, which is big of him considering Paul just evicted him. Victor, friendship. Never cared. Michelle voted for Paul. Now that's a shocker after he called her a cunt. He must have been sweating when she put her thing in, because when she went out to vote he was like shitting himself, and then they were like, oh, everyone's saying nice things. Like, yeah, boring. And Bridget, who said no matter who got to the final two, if a girl was there, she would vote for a girl because she's a feminist. She voted for Paul. What the fuck? She's not a very good feminist. So Paul got 1, 2, 3, 4 votes, okay? Right, those are the nice people. We like James, Victor, Michelle and Bridget. Now we come to the people who ruined my evening. Corey voted for Nicole. Fair enough. She's been giving him a hand job all summer, so we'll give her that one. God, that is really sexist. Sorry. Natalie voted for Nicole. Natalie doesn't even like Nicole. All I hear about on Big Brother Gossip is Nicole slagging Natalie off and being jealous of her and saying Natalie flirts with everyone. I heard Nicole calling her FT the other day as well. Why did Natalie vote for... Oh, Natalie and James voted different ways. Ooh, trouble in paradise. Why did Natalie vote for Nicole? Maybe there was a mix-up. That's the only explanation for this. I don't understand. I do not understand. And then Paulie, the biggest sexist probably to ever have played Big Brother, voted for Nicole. Hold on. Paulie is brother of Cody. Cody knows Nicole because they played in the same season together. Oh, okay. Now we're getting down to the brass tacks. Previous BB reference there. Okay. Because there's no fucking way Paulie would vote for a girl over a guy, especially Paul. What about Pee-Pee? They were boys, had the same haircut and everything. I suppose Paul did turn on Paulie, but still, you should respect that as a game move. Okay, this right. Get your complaints into Ofcom, or whatever the American version is, Zingbotcom. Minimum. Okay, Paulie, whatever. Zakia, she shouldn't even be allowed a fucking vote because she's barely a housemate. She voted also for Nicole. Why? Let's have a look. Let me just look back up my page. Oh, Paulie voted for Nicole. Paulie and Zakia have been in bed together in the jury house the entire time. Paulie obviously told her what way to vote. I know that's not sexist because Paulie does have Zakia totally under his thumb. So basically that's a complete fix. Okay. Corey, fine. His vote for Nicole stands. Natalie, she can have that vote for Nicole, but I want to hear a full and frank explanation for it. Paulie's vote, that's inside job. No, that should be struck from the record. Zakia's vote, no, get rid of that. Now we come to it. Mama Day, you got some splaining to do. Why the fuck have you voted for Nicole? All I seen of you in that jury house was you going, Nicole this, Nicole that, get Nicole out. I hate Nicole. Why did you vote for Nicole? Nicole did not play a better game than Paul. She didn't. She just didn't. Fair enough, she used Corey as a shield. I'll give her that. And she did engineer people to go out on her terms. I'll give her that. But even if let's say she played an equal game to Paul, which she didn't, that speech alone should have sunk her frickin' ship. Davon, I hope I never see you back in Big Brother again. You've ruined what was an enjoyable season with your bad vote. So fuck you. And Paul looked shocked. Paul looked really, really shocked. He must have been pissed. Then Julie's gloating. It's the first time a woman has won against a man. Fuck off. I mean, it is good that a woman won against a man, don't get me wrong. But still, why? Why? Then they voted for America's Favourite, or whatever it's called. In the running, it was Natalie, James, and Victor. Why not Paul? I don't get why not Paul. I don't get why he didn't get a care package either. It's annoying. Anyway, Victor won it, and James's little face, it was like Frankie Grande all over again. Pissed. That was funny. So I like that. I like Victor, because Victor deserved to get something, and didn't he win he got the £5,000 bribe as well. So Victor almost got as much as Paul, actually, because he got 30 grand and Paul got 50 grand. So not bad, is it? For being the battle back champ. Victor from the house 3 times. Victor was good. Victor and Paul coming back in a series would be good. Yeah, so that was it. The confetti fell. The family members hugged people. But that's not all. But first, Julie told us a little bit about Big Brother. I've written Big Brother on top. That's not what it's called, is it? The new online season of Big Brother. It's not Big Brother 19. It's Big Brother Over the Top. Okay. I'm not sure why it's called that. It's a bit stupid. And the acronym, this is going to get confusing, people, is BBOTT, which is a bit like BBBO... What? TS, i.e. bit on the side. Big Brother's bit on the side, which is the UK spin-off show. So that's going to get very, very confusing. I'm already confused. So this starts in a week's time. It's online only. I'm going to pretend I know things about it. I pretty much only know what Judy said and what a couple of you have tweeted me. And there's only going to be one main show on a week, I think, which is on a Wednesday, which is the eviction. But there's going to be daily recaps, but I don't know how long they are. I don't think it's going to be like BBUK, like an hour-long highlight show. It'll probably be like, 15 minutes or something, if we're lucky. I also don't know how the fuck I'm going to watch it. Oh, actually, I might have an email about that. So I might be good. I couldn't look at my emails today because I was trying to avoid the result. Oh my God, if I'd seen that result before I saw that show. Oh my God. Oh my days. But, oh my God. Here's the most exciting thing that happened all night. We get to vote for 2 former house guests to go back in the show. I couldn't have picked them better myself. We get to choose between Jason Roy, Cigarette Smoker of the Year. I mean, Jason Roy is like one of the best BB housemates of all time, in my opinion. And he follows me on Twitter. And Jose, the Messiah. And I know. You kind of want to vote for Jose. He's fresh in your memory. And he was such a doofus. And he was quality. But think before you vote. The voting's probably already closed. Think. Jose is good, is good value, good TV, but he is not going to last that long. Mind you, Jason Roy didn't last that long last time. But Jose is good, and I can understand you wanting to knee-jerk vote for Jose, but I'm imploring you, if it's still open, vote for Jason Roy, because I think his long-term game is going to be more entertaining. And I just think he's funny. I just think he's wicked. So I'm supporting Jason Roy. That's such a cool, 2 people to, say to put back in the house. I think it's brilliant. They could have given Glenn another chance, couldn't they, poor sod? That's where I'm up to with my podcast. I'm just about to start, Rob has a podcast where he's got Glenn on. I'm sure that's going to be good fun. Yeah, and also there will be opportunities, apparently, for us to impact the game of, BBOTT? That's not that catchy. That's very confusing. Didn't she say, I think she said including deciding who wins. I'm sorry, but if you've got daily recap shows and the public decides who wins, you've just got BBUK. It's not BBUS anymore, it's BBUK. Admittedly, BBUK is good, so you should copy our format. But I don't know. I think it's good that they're like experimenting with new things like this, and I think it's be interesting to see what happens. I hope I can watch it. I would like to watch some of the live feeds as well. So we'll see if I can, and if I can, I will pod. Definitely here and there. So what else? I think that's pretty much it. I was really, really surprised how many people listened to my first episode. And amazing. I could not believe it. I had loads of good feedback. It's really, really hard doing it on your own. So honestly, I appreciate it so much. You don't understand. If you have any other feedback for me, you can tweet me, lightupvm, or you can email me, bbonblastpod@gmail.com. Don't know my own email. And yeah, let me know what you thought about Nicole winning, because personally I think it's ridiculous. And oh my god, I can actually look on Twitter now. I've not looked on Twitter for like 3 months. So I'm going to look on there. I'm going to spend all day on Twitter tomorrow. I'm probably not. I'll look on there and it will just be like house guests tweeting, like retweeting compliments that they've got. I'm just like, oh no, that's not interesting. No, thank you. But yeah, I think it's good that they're taking risks with Big Brother and they're going to try something new. And I think we should take risks with our podcast and try new things. And I think a good time will be had by all. What am I talking about? It's like Nicole's speech has just gone totally off the rails. Yeah, follow me on Twitter. And yeah, if you want, you can read my book, First Aid Kit Girl. And if you're interested, I'm doing X Factor pod as well. It's pretty crap though. And yeah, I'll be doing it late this week, but I am doing it. So if you want to hear my voice still, you can hear it in other ways. And I'll be back for BB Over the Top Friendship.
At Sleep Outfitters Outlet, great sleep is a big deal. Save 40 to 60% every day on every Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. Queens as low as $249. Customer exchanges, closeouts, and floor samples. Inventory changes daily, so come in for your dream deal today. With no credit needed financing, expert advice, and up to 60% off retail, it's never been easier to get the sleep and savings you deserve. Go to sleepoutfittersoutlet.com for financing details and to find a store near you.